Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man, Sai. I found this kit in some of the UK boxes that I'm unboxing. 30 boxes left to go. See what other treasures we can find. Live bird on the chest. Oh yes. Dressed to impress. By the way, we play the Merseyside Derby, the last ever Merseyside Derby at Goodison Park this evening. It's going to be a late one for me, like 4 a.m. thereabouts. That classical toilet break coming in clutch because I will wake up into the Discord in the live chat along and make sure we bring home the bacon, get the points, 9 points ahead of Arsenal with superior goal difference. That'll be very nice, right? But I keep hearing in the media and amongst the fan base, it'll be competitive. Everton will be right up for it. Last ever derby, right? Head to head, I think we're equal in matches at Goodison Park. They're going to want to exit Goodison Park with a bang. No, they're going to exit Goodison Park the way it was meant to be, a thrashing by Liverpool. No, it won't be a thrashing. It will be a hard match because Blood, Guts and Thunder. I tell you what, this book right here, Wataru Endo's book Duel, right? Earning the Right to Duel, just translated chapter 6 in the members section. Give my full review on it. He talks about Shinsuke Nakamura at Celtic, how he inspired him and talks about tactics in a way that you wouldn't believe, because what he really goes into, a little bit spoiler alert, see the full review in the members section, but Shinsuke Nakamura inspired Endo around tactics and the tactics in the big 5 leagues, especially because you earn the right to facilitate your tactics by showing fighting spirit as a prerequisite, right? A prerequisite to play your game. But on the flip side of it, tactics enable you to show your fighting spirit, because otherwise you'll be running around like a loony headless chicken chasing shadows and never getting the ball. The tactics, the containment zones, the trap zones, and the tactical transitions where you do attack and you do press are facilitated by the tactics of the coach. So if you follow the tactics of the coach and the coach is good tactically, and that's a thing, by the way, it gives you the right to duel. It gives you the right to crunch in the tackle. It gives you the right to press, to turn over the ball, to transition, to counter-attack. So tactics allow you to fight. And that's what I want to reassure all Liverpool fans, right? Especially all Liverpool fans worldwide. This is the best Liverpool international community by far. Smash a like right now. Like, literally do it. Just press the like. Takes a second. Really helps the video. And subscribe as well if you haven't already, because subscribing to this channel is a channel of substance and abundance.
The cream of the crop!
Really helps the YouTube algorithm and gets this video pushed out as well. But as I was saying before I digressed, by following the tactics, Arne Slot will have implemented the zones where we are likely to be able to contest the ball and duel and earn the right to fight. You don't earn that by putting the hard yards, getting behind the ball, forcing Everton into the right slots, into the right places, and there you go. Battle, win your duels, win your second balls, and off you go with merit. We're going to look at the tactics board very, very shortly, but how Everton line up, right? I don't really want to put Everton on the tactics board. They're boring and congested. But I tell you who's going to line up. It's going to be Pickford, that little T-Rex with their little arms in goal. Probably O'Brien, Tarkowski, Branthwaite, Ashley Young. Now, Michaelenko could potentially come back. But it doesn't matter whether it's Michaelenko or Ashley Young. Both of them match up badly against Mohamed Salah. Salah. Gakpo said he took his Player of the Month award. I saw that video. Salah is a game-winning condition. We're going to look at that as well. But in the midfield, right, it's going to be Garner, Guay, and above him, Lindstrom, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Beto, and Endai. Now, Endai can finish. Decent player. John Duran trajectory, but he's very hot and cold. Beto as well. I don't think he's that caliber of striker. Now, Abdoulaye Doucouré could do good things. He's a little bit like a Musa Sissoko light from a Tottenham, running between the lines, jack of all trades, not really master of anything, could be a threat or action in and around our 6th position. Going to hold it firm with Gray and Garner. Backline to Tarkowski, you know what he's all about. Young potential, kind of John Stones replica, but it's not as good as Stones at that youth age, I would say. He's still a decent prospect. Pickford, weak against the long shots. Spillages are plenty, not dominant in the air. There's going to be chances, but they're going to hustle and bustle. But I did say, and I've said it many times over, that I think Arne slot machine football, and this will prove that the Plymouth result wasn't, you know, a disaster, for the fact that he saved the legs. And this is another thing, right? People and fans are saying, why didn't he go with a stronger bench? Why didn't he bring a strong bench? He gave them the complete day off. It's a long trip from Liverpool to Plymouth. To travel also fatigues you mentally and physically, so he didn't want to do that. And unfortunately, Jonesy couldn't get to the pitch, and Gomez was injured as well, right? So Gomez is our only injured out. Trent can make the game, but probably won't start it. I'll look at the Liverpool lineup very, very shortly. But look, all things built up to this game. This game has been built up in the media and amongst the fan base, but at the end of the day, Merseyside Derby, you fight for the right to show your class and facilitate your tactics, and tactics facilitate you the chance to fight. And as long as they come with the right game plan and right identity, we'll be okay. And you know why I say we're okay? Just a last comment before we get to the tactics board, as well as, by the way, chapter 5 in this, Oriol Mangala for Everton isn't available, injured, and Endo's got some beef with him. He talked a whole chapter 5, about Oriol Mangala and why his skew in the box cost his team. But yeah, check that out in the members section if it already. Chapter 5 with Tyler Endo's book, chapter 6 out today. So the reason why we'll be up for the fight is we have Premier League winners, right, who've been there and done it. Alisson Becker, Andrew Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, all part of the leadership team. Mohamed Salah, right? We have international captains, Wataru Endo, Dominic Szoboszlai, Virgil van Dijk, right? Andy Robertson, Connor Bradley as well. Connor Bradley, you need an Irishman, a Scotsman on the flanks, right? It's always put us in good stead in the past, and be up for hustle and bustle as well. We've got Scouts in the team, Trent and Curtis Jones, who know the value of this match as well. We have World Cup winning Alexis McAllister. We have World Cup finalists Ibu Konate. We have so much experience, world caliber players in the Ballon d'Or discussion, right? Salah and Van Dijk as well. You don't reach the heights of a World Cup final, win the World Cup Championship, win the Champions League, win the Premier League, win everything there is to win in a modern day game of football without being of that caliber. They've got elite mentality, they've got leadership group, they've got camaraderie, brotherhood, they'll fight, they'll hustle and bustle, and they've got a top tactician who can convey the message clearly and concisely. We have these leaders, we have cool characters, we have cool heads like Cody Gakpo up front, we've got, childish plethora, plenty of wild shenanigans with Darwin Núñez and Lucho Diaz. Jota, the slaughter, is still there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun match. Let's get into the lineup right now. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so let's quickly put in the guaranteed names here first and foremost, right? And what I mean by the right to play is you don't go around like a loony headless chicken chasing the opposition, blood, guts and thunder, ball end to end. This is why I really thought this Arne Slot iteration of Liverpool lines up really nicely against Everton. Now, some people are like, we need Trent Alexander-Arnold to his miracle balls to break down the Everton tight packed defense, possibly 4-5-1 as well. But look, Connor Bradley gives you a different opportunity to break that down by playing the 1-2s and making those late runs from deep, which are incredibly hard to track. And strikers and wingers traditionally aren't the best at tracking, especially a rampaging Irishman who gets in there as well. Okay, it'll almost be a 4-2-3-1, almost a 4-3-3 staggered. So special gravy. But in the absence of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Bradley is excellent there. Let's go with this kind of stagger because Maka operates from the left, and let's give them the respect with the full name: McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravener, oh, crazy Pep. Okay, so pretty cemented is Gakpo because he didn't go down to Plymouth. Mo Salah in here. Curtis Jones, wild card opportunity. The only one that Curtis Jones come in for is McAllister, but you need a controller. You need a controller in the midfield against an Everton, a tempo maestro who can change the pace of the pass. That is McAllister. Curtis Jones, high retainment, but we're going to retain the ball anyway because we'll have the lion's share of possession against an Everton team who don't particularly want it. They want to hit on the counter with Moyes' ball. Now, this is the contention. This is the point of contention. 3 names, 3 viable options. Lucho Diaz didn't have the best of games against Plymouth. He's not one to do it on his own, but in the system, there's dynamic with lots of movement. Lucho Diaz has been preferred in a lot of the routine games, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Luis Diaz up here. A game of few chances. Your best finisher, Diogo Jota. Jota's a slaughter, who's a secondary playmaker who can get in between the lines as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see him up there, but also slightly ineffectual. But once again, a better systems player with movement in and around him as well. Darwin Núñez, the wild card. Now, who out of the 3 is the most natural striker? It's Darwin Núñez. Who is the one most likely to finish the chance presenting itself if the ball bobbles in and around penalty area, walk out of space and shoot? It's Diogo Jota. Who is the one that help us retain the ball in the higher up areas, running the laterals so that Gakpo and Salah can work their way into inside forward positions in space? It's Luis Diaz. We're going to look at all options here. Diogo Jota is the one who will play on the last shoulder in and around the area, work a yard of space to shoot. We know that. Clear Ichiban. Thank you, Mike, for that magic button. And he gives Szoboszlai the ability to make the late runs into the box as well. On the perpendicular, Szoboszlai into the box, Salah here. Now, this is a pretty generic Liverpool player. Right? What happens when you put Everton's decisive lineup in here, okay? So, Jota, game intelligence against a Brantwaite will be key. It'll be very, very important. Gakpo will overpower O'Brien. There's no denying that a Gakpo overpowers an O'Brien either side. So that's safe as houses, and that's a game-win condition to get him into that area, this area here, because he can go both ways, right? O'Brien can't live with him. He's going to rely on Garner or Gay to back him up in that regard there. Mo Salah is a huge game winner in this scenario because he is going to be against Ashley Young, who's ancient, never had the legs, doesn't have legs, not the best defender, great cross, great work ethic, great professional. I still remember that video of Ashley Young where the bird shat in his mouth or something. Oh my goodness. Watch that video if you haven't already. The moment he opens his mouth, the bird like shats right in his mouth. Ashley Young. Okay, it's worth making this video just to remember that fond memory. Yeah, what a great day, bird chatting in your mouth. Okay, Salah against Mykolenko. Mykolenko can't live with him. Ashley Young can't live with him. To the other of the two, what is Gay or Garner has to. And it's funny that his name is Idrissa Gana Gay, right? But anyway, it's the other Garner. One of them will have to double up on Salah, right? So this gives the opportunity to Szoboszlai to really make those deep runs, and Jota can play between the lines in the 6. He needs to disrupt this tight pairing here as well, because boom, 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 so many bodies there. So Szoboszlai's power running, power play, power forward in basketball has to be the one to make the off-the-ball runs, and Diogo Jota can facilitate that as well. However, Jota is the least pacey of them. He has the silkworm dribble, which is wheedle his way in and out, and because it's tight, I think Jota's silkworm dribble will be super effective, and the ability to shoot off both feet is very important, because if you're compact, and this is another thing that analysts and media and pundits and other channels don't realize, right? When you're playing a low block, and when you're playing especially a congested low block, right, with players who are good at defending, if you are one-footed, it's so much easier for them to put you in a containment zone, to a trap zone, to bring you into your left foot, and you're stuffed. You're either going to do a pee-wee roller to Pickford, even with his little T-Rex arms, he's going to save it, or you're going to be forced in and around again. When you have Diogo Jota, who can shoot with both feet, right, the rules don't apply, because he can go both directions, from both directions. Here, he can go this side or this side, that side. Similar here, when he turns, when he spins, he can go in and out, he can go out and around, he can shoot, he can through ball as well, in between the centre back and the full back as well. So Jota really is an opener of opportunity for the fact that you can't bring him into a containment zone. You've seen expert examples with Van Dijk and other defenders leaving on rushing Tottenham player. Was it Sissoko or someone else of that regard? I can't remember. Someone who obviously can't shoot in the Tottenham colours. I think it was Sissoko. When Heung-min Son, who could shoot both feet as well, on both sides, was marked out by Van Dijk, and it was ballooned over. Otherwise, it's just going to be a weak shot against Alisson, so they go for power every time. Diogo Jota has that in aplomb plenty, which is why Gakpo is so effective on the left. Lucho Diaz has no left foot, but Gakpo can go around the outside, and he can actually whip in the left foot as well as dink a left foot cross or pull back on the left foot. Gakpo is surprisingly versatile. Nunes is good with both feet as well, even though you'd think that he isn't the most technical player. He actually is very, very technical. It's decision making that lets Nunes down. Good intelligent player, good off-the-ball runs, but not incisive at the right moments. So let's put a Darwinho Nunes in here. The game changes because of the fact that Nunes, who runs like a madman to support in the deep positions, he really, really does support in the deep positions. You almost look at this. You almost look at a 4-box-2, right, with your Bradley. In that situation, you revert to the 3, your box is there, Bradley goes here, which means Salah inverts into the inside forward, false striker, false 9 position, because Nunes from deep can make those darting runs. Gakpo cutting in, Nunes is willing to make that off-the-ball run for that Gravina ball over into the whips to chase that as well. Nunes is a menace for the fact that he's everywhere, he's maniacal, he's a lunatic, and I love him. If there's one player you want to do well, it's Darwin Nunes. Did you see that interview thing with Lucho again? He was like, got the money, you know, he wants some money, give me some of that Saudi Arabia, you know what I'm talking about? I love that crazy Nunes. Him and Lucho, hilarious. I can't whistle that word. Sounds like a kettle. That's better. Yeah. So with a Núñez there, then really the impetus is on Salah, which means you can bombard. It can be Szoboszlai. It can be Bradley. Everyone. Bombs away. Bombs ahead. Bomb ahead. Everyone go, 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 go. Because Núñez is literally the supplementary late runners along with Gakpo, which means you overload the right-hand side. When the ball's on the right-hand side, danger's on the left-hand side. Everton can't deal with a fast switch. Now, let's reset this ever so slightly, right? Let's reset this ever so slightly. Now, okay, you imagine that Everton's going to play pretty tight. One reason why I say slot ball is going to be super effective against Moyes ball, unlike Klopp ball. And yeah, let's save the video length for this one. Klopp ball will bring you to the inside forward space of Mane and Salah as soon as possible, ASAP, right? Henderson and Milner and Fabinho and everyone facilitate getting the ball to Mane or a Salah or Luis Diaz on the whips inside forward to bend it as quick as possible. Whereas a slot ball plays on the periphery of the same line. So Bradley goes into that space, as I showed you, Gravina, McAllister. It's almost this. Right? It's almost this shape. So what happens is when Van Dijk's got the ball out to Robertson, McAllister jumps into this space. The ball goes into McAllister. McAllister bops it into Gravenberch. Gravenberch looks to see if he can break the laterals. He'll bring it until he can hit a lateral or hit a lateral ball. Now, what do Everton do? Everton won't overcommit and chase. Chase because then they're out of shape and the space goes in behind. So they have to just shift side to side. When we're on that side to side, step up, side to side. They're going to shift. Now, what happens, right? The ball can be a penetrating ball in behind the line. But what if Szoboszlai makes this run, darting into the 10 space, right? Someone's got to follow him, but wait a minute, Gravenberch's got the ball, so I've got to cover Gravenberch. You follow him. Oh, wait a minute, there's this box here. And Gravenberch is so good at driving and beating the man into that space. And now what happens? Alarm bell ringing, everyone running back. Now what happens? Everyone's going to be tempted to this side. So what happens? If you can break through, if you can get a Salah, the combination of Núñez, all well and good. But actually, what is another potential option is when you play the ball back like this, everyone shifting, the ball goes back to Van Dijk. The ball moves faster than the players will ever track. Remember that. The ball always moves faster than a player can ever run. So, bang, bang. And you're straight there. And now, uh-oh. Okay? You got players overloaded. Where's my cover? Where's my cover? Cover. No, it's Gakpo against O'Brien around the outside, around the inside. And Robertson will already be on the instructions because he would have been here for an unlock. Go! And then, oh my goodness, what do? We need to close them down. We need to track. But the danger's on the other side. Everyone is here. It's a party and we're not prepared. So the lateral running and the lateral movement and the ability to break the lines with a penetrating run of a Gravenberch and a Szoboszlai who have that intense running sprint, the sprinting power and shooting ability of both sides of Gakpo and Núñez and the Jota is amazing. And we haven't even counted for Mo Salah playmaking in between the lines. If the opposite happens, the same happens in that regard, except Salah is a deadlier playmaker than Cody Gakpo, right? So that spells disaster for Everton, really, and which is why I'm pretty comfortable we're going to get a good result here, because slot ball for me is all wrong for Moisey ball because they don't intensely press. They don't have a gang press. They rely on you making a mistake, you turning over the ball and then breaking and bypassing the midfield and off you go and playing, right? And that is with Núñez in there. Now, if Luis Diaz plays here, final solution, final offering, it's the final countdown before the match. If Luis Diaz plays there as well, then literally, you've got a roaming ball carrier who himself will run the laterals to pull people out of position. He can invert with Gakpo. He can interchange into the midfield, which gives your Szoboszlai, your Gravenberch, your McAllister on a rotation an extra person who can bring the laterals as well as Gravenberch to pull the players out of position, to, and when people are moved laterally, right, the space that opens up is the penetrating diagonal ball. It's not the penetrating 8 ball. It's penetrating diagonal ball. How many times have you seen Lucha Diaz come back, get the ball, give, chase, go, ball, diagonal, and off you go again, right? The laterals. It's on a slot ball all over. We're going to have line share possession. We've just got to make our opportunities count. Put them in the back of the net. So in that regard, who do I think will start up front? Who do I think? It's Nunes or Jota for me. Just because of the fact that they can use both feet, left and right foot. Could be Diaz. I have a sneaky suspicion for Jota. But let's see. He hasn't really been scoring on a goal-scoring run for a while. He needs to get back into it. But if you want a chance of 4, it'll be Diogo Jota. And if we score an early goal in the first half, the game is different. So start fast, start as you mean to end. And go on, Reds. Bring it home. Bring home the bacon. Liverpool fan in Japan. Ichiban, it means the best right now. Do consider joining the Liverpool fan in Japan membership. We're almost at the magic number 100. We're always floating between 93 and 95. Frustrating. 93, 95, 96. So let's get to that 100 and I can commission it. One and done goodie for all of you. You get your exclusive number and you get my official translations for Endo book. I'll do the newsletter as well soon very much. And I'll do the vlog as well to get my chan back on Miyazaki Mama Mai, back on in the member section as well. Thank you so much. Up the Reds. You'll never walk alone. Let's do it. Let's win it. Arne Sot, the shiny one. Peace. Jane means ciao. Have a great day, everyone.